Hello, everyone. Today, let us take a moment to reminisce together about the story of the eagle catching the chicks. In truth, amidst the vast expanse of the universe, the phenomenon reflected in the natural world carry profound significance. Moreover, they serve as a reminder from the divine to humanity. I recall that during my childhood, whenever we played a game of eagle catching the chicks, I would instinctively gaze up at the sky, watching the eagles as they sometimes soared for food, sometimes circled overhead, and at the other time swooped down to the ground to seize their prey. Many Chinese people played this game during their childhoods and enjoyed it immensely. Yet, perhaps you remain unaware of the true origin of the story. Allow me to share it with you now. Perhaps upon hearing it, it will inspire some deep reflection. Near the end of Ming Dynasty, there was a kind-hearted man named Yanliang Zhong. He was wealthy, and several generations of his family were religious. They were Buddhist, Taoist, or Christian. He always opened his barns to aid people during natural disasters, such as floods and droughts. He built a bridge and paved roads for people. His righteousness affected his entire community, and they lived in harmony. Robbers committed crimes elsewhere, but this place was very safe. Nobody locked their doors, and people didn't pick up things up off the ground that didn't belong to them. Yanliang Zhong created an environment in which people maintained high morality. Thus, people showed respect to him when his name was mentioned. They even referred to him as a living bodhisattva. For years, he did a lot of good things for people, and he never thought of being reciprocated. Nevertheless, God can see everything in the human realm, and the deities in heaven reward people who do good things. One such reward is helping them return to heaven, and this is the reward Yanliang received. One day, Yanliang received a message from heaven. At noon on the 15th of the following month, the southern heavenly gate would be open only for Yanliang and his family members. Yanliang was happy to learn this, but I immediately thought he was underserving and not good enough to enter heaven. He felt deeply sorry in his heart while bowing down to show his thanks and gratitude. Later, Yanliang's entire family was busy preparing for the special day. They cleaned the courtyard, took baths and changed clothes, and prayed to the ancestors. Yanliang also told his old servant and gardeners about it, informing them to go with him when the big day came. As the saying goes, one family member obtains the Tao, and even the chicken and dogs fly to heaven. Then the day finally arrived. Yanliang took his family to the southern heavenly gate, and they waited until noon. Suddenly, there was a scream from the old servant. "Just wait a minute. I forgot to bring a nest of newly hatched chicks. I will retrieve them and return soon." Yanliang advised her with earnestness and said, "The gate will open soon, so you shouldn't leave now." The old servant was too worried about the chicks to heed any advice, and directly returned to Yanliang's home. He took the nest of chicks and returned to the gate. But it was too late. The gate was already closed, and Yanliang had left with his family. The old servant was in great pain and continued to call Yanliang's name. The opportunity, however, had passed, and the gate would not open. With heart-wrenching cries, she went home, and her sadness turned into hatred toward chicks. She regretted not listening to Yanliang's advice. Then her hatred and vexation instantly transformed her into an eagle. She flew high into the sky and spiraled while continuing to make heartbreaking shrieks that echoed throughout the mountains. The eagle hated and complained about the chicks life after life, and it formed a habit of looking for chicks to eat. Thus, the saying "eagle catch the chicks" became popular in China. This folk tale offers the world a sobering insight and a source of enlightenment. The heavens are aware of every good deed performed by any individual, however unassuming and meticulously record every single detail. For spiritual practitioners, the story of the eagle catching the chicks serves as a warning. Any attachment that one fails to let go of will inevitably become an obstacle on the path towards spiritual consummation. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if just subscribing. Thank you again.